Great leaders are not defined by the absence of weakness, but rather the ability to perform despite the challenges they face. The three essentials to leadership: humility, clarity, and courage. This year, we saw one such leader with the following attributes: God-fearing, humble, versatile, brave, affectionate, dependable, and meticulous. A girl whom I have seen excel both in academics and extracurriculars. What stands out in her is her willingness to learn and to take corrections with a smile. That is, ladies and gentlemen, our school captain for the academic year 2023-24, Sarah Therese Anthony. Sarah and her team of prefects have fulfilled all duties entrusted to them with diligence. As is the tradition here at Clarence, I invite Sarah to address the August gathering.
A very good evening, respected Chief Guest, Mr. Chanakya Seghal, Chairman and members of the Clarence Educational Trust, members of the Board of Management, Principal Dr. Jerry George Matthew, dignitaries, faculty, proud parents, and the most extraordinary family I've had the privilege to be a part of, the class of 2024. "12 years ago, I stepped into the portals of this esteemed institution when a most remarkable journey began. 12 years of pure childhood joy, and it's crazy just how much things change. From running to the school counselor with teary eyes after a fight with my friends back in the 4th grade, to being elected school captain last year, it's truly been a journey. When I sat down to write this farewell address, I was honestly stumped. Because how would I even start to encapsulate the most precious journey I've ever known into a small speech, especially when I know that words in itself aren't enough to express just how much I feel for this place that's been my second home. I remember walking into my very first safe space in Clarence, Class 1A, where Mrs. Bernard, our class teacher, used to fuss over all of us. Finger on your lips and hand behind your back. And I think that year my father was called to school because I was excessively talkative and absolutely detested doing my number work. This definitely proved to be useful because I started being more careful about my number work. But unfortunately, it did very little for my talkative nature. And so, from being constantly punished in class throughout the years for talking, to the many tiffs within the friend groups, and to the small, everyday mischiefs, little did I know that one day I'd be standing here delivering the school captain's address. I speak for the batch of 2024 when I say that we are so thankful for this place, which has given us so much. Today, I want to express my gratitude to the school, which has given me the opportunity to learn, grow, and discover myself within the safety of these walls. Now that we stand at the crossroads, it feels like we're being rudely plucked from the safety of our nest. There is not much I can say to describe this school, because I know all words fall short when I describe a school, a home that has nourished me and taught me everything that I know today. When I think of Clarence, so many things come to mind. Firstly, I cannot help but appreciate the strong morals that this school adheres to. Everyone knows that a building is only as strong as its foundation, and a tree is only as strong as its roots. Clarence High has instilled the best of qualities in us and has taught us the right way to go. Now, we as students are constantly reprimanded, and although we don't understand its value at the beginning, we later come to realize how every correction has shaped us into the best versions of ourselves. This school has always emphasized the importance of keeping God first, and I am ever so thankful that our principal and our teachers taught us how to honor God in all situations. As Mr. Josiah said, "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom," the verse that reads right on top in front of our auditorium, but taught to us every single day. And we were taught and we were led by example by none other than our dear principal, Dr. Jerry George Matthew. I would fail in my duty by not thanking the very heart of the school. Our principal, Dr. Jerry George, succeeded in holding an institution together backed by an invincible faculty. As Sir's journey comes to an end in Clarence, along with ours, I feel so grateful to have been a student under Dr. Jerry's able leadership. The Bible says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord." Sir, wherever life may take you, I pray that you will be kept by the Lord and that you will remember us. I am ever grateful to the trustees and board of management for their guidance and decisions, which have not only propelled the school forward through challenges, but have also set the foundation for a bright future. I'm so thankful to the people who made my school life worth remembering. I'll always remember the lunchtime gossip sessions and all the detailed plans we made to watch Barbie and Oppenheimer in the theaters, only to realize that our exams came in between. From our chemistry lab classes, where we were supposed to test for organic compounds, but we'd end up eating all the glucose in the bottle, hoping Mrs. Madhu wouldn't notice. The innumerable excuses we've given for our late submissions. The pain on the right leg, which would suddenly become the pain on the left leg. The 106-degree fever. "Ma'am, there was no current at home, hence the incomplete homework." The nose pain, ear pain, neck pain. Many times we've given our teachers a run for their money with the undecipherable answers on our answer scripts. They surely won't miss correcting the groundbreaking discoveries of laws and principles and theorems that they've never heard of before. But when all is said and done, I, along with every student seated here, know that our teachers will miss us, and we'll miss them too, terribly. To say that I am grateful for my teachers would be a significant understatement. Every single teacher who has taught me, all the way from first grade till 12, has left an indelible mark on my character. We don't realize it, but it is our teachers who have really been through it all with us. The slow transition from our 4-lined books to the long notebooks we use today. Our teachers were there to hold our hand every single step of the way. Every time that I'm reminded of my school journey coming to an end, I realize that it was our teachers who made our lives here so memorable, and that we ought to celebrate them more often. One date on the calendar is hardly enough to celebrate you, dear teachers. And so from the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for not only teaching us the subjects, but for also influencing us for the better. Clarence High has always encouraged its students to venture out into the world of extracurricular activities, and we are encouraged to do so from a very young age. I joined the choir for the very first time in 3rd grade, singing with the big boys and girls, and I still remember that Mrs. Ruth Manoj made the 3rd and 4th graders stay back to teach us the correct way to sing the national anthem. And I still remember it so vividly. It's not Dravida Uchchala, it's Dravida Utkala. Then there was me who sang a version which was not even remotely similar to either of those. If there's one thing that I want you to take away from my speech, it's to never forget your roots. Not a single student here made it this far by themselves. And honestly, we couldn't. We've been taken care of our whole lives and provided for. The people who taught us to fend for ourselves, the same people who love us unconditionally, our superheroes, our parents. Today I want to take a moment to appreciate all the families and parents seated here today. You sit here proud of your children who are graduating, not realizing that they sit here because of you. And so in that regard, I want to thank the most special people who made me the person that I am today. I want to thank my parents and my 2 brothers for always surrounding me with love and for nurturing me. Appa and Amma, I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for being my home and my pillars. To the prefect body of 2023-24, you have been absolutely marvelous. We took an oath to do our best for the school, and each and every single one of you honored your word. From our healthy rivalry between the houses for sports day and clads, to the sudden unity that came in whenever we had to prepare for our prefects assembly, you have proven to be the most amazing people. It was an honor to serve alongside you, and I hope that you will keep nurturing your leadership abilities. And finally, to the batch of 2024. Look at us. We've come so far. We used to talk about our seniors graduating, and we used to be in awe. Year after year, we witnessed them move out of this school, and we never imagined that that would be us so soon. They just seemed so mature and ready for the outside world. And yet I wonder if they felt the same growing trepidation within them as we do now. It only seemed like yesterday that we walked into our classrooms, scared for the first maths test of the year, and so unprepared that most of us still thought that a Matrix was a Keanu Reeves movie. And I know that most of us were thinking, when is this nightmare going to end? It's ironic, isn't it? Because now looking back, I do this all over again, every bit. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We walked into these gates as toddlers of Clarence High School, but today, we walk out as alumni. We started out as kids in our blue pinafores and khaki uniforms, and today, we adorn our graduation suits and saris. I know that the world can be a big, scary place. But when I look at all of you, I see people who have the ability to change the world. I see strong individuals, and most importantly, I see a family. To one of the most phenomenal batches this school has seen, and to the people that I'm proud to call family, I want to tell you, hold on. We may part ways today, but we'll always be a part of each other's hearts. We've etched ourselves on the walls of this school. The batch of 2024 will be remembered. The future holds a lot for us, and we need to strive and make the best of what we're given. In the words of Obi-Wan Kenobi from Star Wars, in my experience, there's no such thing as luck. Push hard and always give your utmost for the highest. And so as our journey here comes to an end, I want to remind you it's not over yet. It's just beginning. And so I would like to end with a stanza from a poem that we all know and love, Stopping by the Woods on a Snowy Evening by Robert Frost. The woods are lovely, dark, and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Thank you.